You're tuned in to B&T Unscripted. Get ready for raw, real, and unfiltered conversations with the award-winning radio show host Tiffany K and her co-host Brandon. It's life, love, and laughter. Unscripted, unpredictable, and unforgettable. Buckle up. You're listening to B&T Unscripted.
And we're back with B&T Unscripted. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Brandon.
And thankfully you turned your mic on for that part, so I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I was talking to it for about a minute or so, and you're just staring at me like I'm crazy.
There was no way
here we are.
But we're back. We're back on this Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
To all. And with that, this is going to be a very special episode about Memorial Day, and we want to start it off right. Of course, we know Memorial Day is celebrated as a day of reflection and remembrance of all those who died while serving our country. And so because of that, we would like to take a moment of silence for all of those fallen. So we're going to take that here. And thank you for taking that moment of silence with us. Of course, our hearts are out to all the families who have lost someone while serving. Thank you to, of course, this is all about remembering those who have fallen, but also thank you to all of our service members in general. We want to put that out there for all the sacrifices and the families as well. But, I think a lot of times we think Memorial Day weekend and people get all excited because it's a long weekend and they think barbecues and travel and all of this stuff.
Yep.
But we always forget where it started. It wasn't all parades and grills and pool parties. It started off the reason why being a reflection or remembrance of those who died while serving in the military. And so we want to go back a little bit. This is a special episode for that. I'm going to start off with a little bit of the origins of Memorial Day. I don't even know if you know this, and you love history, babe. So we'll see if you got some of this.
Yep. You can quiz me.
I can quiz you. Do you know why, when, and why it started?
It was World War One.
You are
correct?
Right.
And it had the red poppies.
It did.
Correct? With the flowers.
It did. Very good. Very good.
I know a little bit of it.
Very good.
You better put some respect on my name.
I'm putting that respect on your name. Don't you worry about that. Well, let me give everyone who doesn't know a little background of it. So the holiday's origins can be traced to the American, actually it was before World War One. You were wrong. To the American Civil War.
Oh, really?
Which killed more than 600,000 service members,
Jeez.
Union and Confederate, between 1861 and 1865. The first national observance of what was then called Decoration Day occurred May 30th, 1868, after an organization of Union veterans called for decorating war graves with blooming flowers. So that's how it started off. It was decorating these war graves to honor those who had passed. There was no parades, there was no pool parties, there was no long weekends, nothing like that. The practice was already widespread until about 1866 when Waterloo, New York began a formal observance and was later proclaimed to be the holiday's birthplace. Now, think about that. That was May 5th, and we celebrate this now on, what's today, May 20th?
25th.
So 20 days later, right? And you're thinking, like, how did we get to that if that was the original time? Well, it looks like as time went on, people kept pushing it back. And, there's a couple different reasons why that it was pushed back. But at some point, people all just agreed on pushing it back to May 25th. Now, a total around 1869, Memorial Day became kind of a source of contention, and this is why it started being pushed back. And the reason was because people were starting to make it in the government's mind sacrilegious or no longer sacred because it was focusing on more pomp and circumstance, dinners, parties, kind of forgetting about why it was created as Decoration Day in the beginning. To put those decorations on the war graves of those who have fallen. And so they said, we must never forget that the loyal soldiers who rest beneath this sod flung themselves between the nation and the nation's destroyers. That's what Frederick Douglass said. And so as time went on, the holiday in many communities would essentially become Memorial Day, a day of remembrance, a day of trying to keep in mind it's not Decoration Day. They changed it to Memorial Day to be like, hey,
Remember.
this is what we're remembering. It's not just about putting these on the graves. This is about actually doing something about it. And then let's see, as time went on, of course, like I said, it kind of changed over time. It became more of, as Time Magazine wrote, in 1972, a 3-day nationwide hootenanny that seems to have lost much of its original purpose when it was created as a 3-day weekend in 1971 by Congress. Because of that, that's why all sales and travel and things like that are tied into it, because it became a 3-day weekend thanks to Congress. It was moved to a Monday.
Okay.
In order to try to hold traditional barriers of keeping this as a day of remembrance, so businesses aren't supposed to be operating, right? People are supposed to be at home remembering, observing. However, as time went on, Memorial Day sales started happening as a rebellion against closing down small businesses on a Monday when they would have most business. So as time went on, 70s and on, it became kind of a rebellion to have these Memorial Day sales, to be like, hey, from these small businesses, that they still need these sales. They need this day of work.
For business.
We should not be having it on a weekend or on a weekday. And so that's kind of where traveling and sales and pool parties kind of got deeply ingrained within Memorial Day.
Interesting. I did not know that one.
Nowadays, of course, it's become a 5-day long weekend. People celebrate it with pool parties. They celebrate it with grilling. They do travel. It's one of the biggest travel days of the year. See family and friends, just take a break. Of course, most people have Monday off, not small businesses and things, but like government. Right?
Of course. And
that's kind of where it's at nowadays. There's a little bit more of a significance to it. Like, people have kind of remembered what it's about again. However, it's still not where it started off in the 1860s. Being Decoration Day, which was, again, to decorate the graves of those who have fallen.
Wow, I did not know that. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Isn't that interesting, though?
That is really interesting, actually, deep diving and really seeing that.
I do kind of, I am, it does suck a little bit to think about, like, this day is supposed to be an honor and remembrance, and we understand, like, this weekend also is seen as, like, the kickoff to summer because school's almost out.
Pool's open.
Pool's always open Memorial Day weekend, like, all these things, which is great. And it's all, and I understand the excitement, having something to celebrate, you know, getting with family, getting with friends, having the pool parties, the cookouts, but I do feel like a lot of us forget why
we're doing it. Exactly. And a lot of people confuse it with Veterans Day.
They do.
And, you know.
And to be fair, I did growing up too.
And I appreciate it. Well, or like, I'm pretty sure all the other veterans, you know, all my buddies appreciate it. But it's like, we just want to let you guys know there is a difference, you know? So veterans are obviously for veterans that have served, you know, and.
Living or dead.
Living. I think it's more of the living.
Living.
So I guess the big distinguisher is Memorial Days in remembrance of the people that gave the ultimate sacrifice, right? Serving the country. So, but yeah,
I think a lot of people forget the difference, and I'll be honest, I did too. It's hard to remember sometimes, and I know that sounds bad, but it's true. But I think that's why it's also like, you don't know what to say when Memorial Day happens. Like, Happy Memorial Day sounds wrong. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on your perspective, and sometimes I like to view it as like, I'm sure the guys that served and gave the ultimate sacrifice, right, would want us to celebrate. Like, hey, this is the freedom that we have, that we're able to be with our loved ones, and you know, thank the service members that are around as well, you know, but. You know, I'm sure they would want us to sit around a grill or a pool and have some hamburgers and a couple beers if you're drinking, you know.
Enjoy the freedom that everyone fought for us.
That's why they did it.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of times, too, we think Memorial Day, we think recent fallen. But you have to remember, again, this goes back to the Civil War. And I didn't know that they lost about 600,000 people that fought in that. If you really think about that, you know, I think the max number we lost, please forgive me if I get this wrong, for the global war on terror, I think it might have been 15,000
service members, I think, total for the 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it, 600,000 people gave their life for the American Civil War. Was it the Civil War, correct?
Yep.
I'm sure World War II and World War One were crazy amount of numbers.
But that's just within our own country.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. So it's real. It puts it in perspective that
it does. But not to get all doom and gloom on it. But we did want to share a little bit of the background. We wanted to share a little bit about why we're able to celebrate our freedom today. And of course, no one does that better. Mm-hmm. No one does a good patriotic celebration like country music.
Yep.
You know, I got tied in with our country, right?
Yes.
So here's the thing. One of the reasons I love country music, it's one of the only genres that's super patriotic. You can have patriotic songs from other genres of music, but country is full blown, red blooded American.
Most of the time, it's the country music.
You know, and you have to also think about country music doesn't exist in any other country in the world. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows like cowboy
boots
or cowboy hats or things like that. It's like a Southern American thing.
Yep.
You know, so I love country music for that reason. And because of that, you can do a whole playlist of country songs that have been written for the fallen. And they make me cry every time. I do listen to them. I try to listen to them on Memorial Day. And other days too, when I'm just feeling like very patriotic. And that's why I love country music altogether. There's so many artists out there with songs. But if you're looking to add to your Memorial Day playlist or just some patriotic songs, I'm going to give you a few songs that should be added to it that you can play on this Memorial Day. So here are 12 songs that honor the fallen soldiers. Okay. So number 1, Jamie Johnson, who does amazing music anyways. In Color is one of his. I think I've played it for you.
Yeah, you played that one for me.
Also in honor of patriotic soldiers, military. But his other one is 21 Guns. He plays a man watching a soldier be laid to rest in this song, 21 Guns. The swelling country ballad is personal for Johnson, who was a former Marine.
I was about to say.
He paints a vivid picture of the ceremony saying goodbye.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't he a former service member or Marine? Yeah.
He was. Now, that's newer. Let's go back. And I mean, let's go back to Merle Haggard.
Okay.
1970 hit.
Okay.
Soldier's Last Letter.
I don't know if I heard that one.
So Merle Haggard actually remade Ernest Tubbs' World War II song into one perfect for describing what mothers were going through during the Vietnam War. It's a light arrangement with a heavy message and perfect for Memorial Day.
Wow.
These are going to be ones we're going to have to listen to after. Yeah,
I'm going to have to add that
one. Justin Moore, I love this song. He came out with this 2018. The ones that didn't make it back home. This was all over country.
Yeah, I'm sure I've heard it. Yeah.
Of course, I mean, it's an easy story, right? It's a salute to the soldiers, tells the story of a small town mother whose son is killed serving America.
Man.
It was an easy number 1 hit for Moore in 2018, and it was on the country charts for a very long time.
Yeah.
Proving that American pride and appreciation for the military never goes out of fashion.
That's awesome.
Next up, we got some George Jones. In 2002, he released the song 50,000 Names. The Country Music Hall of Fame delivered the haunting description of visiting the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall with perfection.
Have you ever been to that?
I have.
I
went because it's in D.C., right?
Yep.
My mom and I, after I moved here, she came up like a couple months later. It was like wintertime, and we ended up going and touring D.C. And we were able. It's
really cool.
It was snowing, so it was cold that day too, or raining, one of the two. And we were like walking along in the cold, the names and everything. It's just like hauntingly, like this song was saying, hauntingly quiet. And like you don't realize that until you go up and you're like, wow. You know, I don't know anybody. There may be some of my family. I don't know. But it was eerie, to say the least.
Yeah. It's like sometimes, unfortunately, we do forget the sacrifices that have been given for us, you know? So I think it's, I'm glad that you were able to experience that. I've been there when I was like, probably like 10 or something. Like my dad took me up there we did a family trip, and it's just really, I mean, it was like quiet, but it was, for me, you know, it was really cool. It was like, oh man, like, you know, all these heroes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get emotional.
Oh no.
But as all these heroes, and it's like, man, like, you know, I hope I can, you know, I don't know, once I serve, like, just, I don't know, just give to the country,
Yeah.
like they did.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely, if you've never been, it's something to go visit.
yeah, definitely.
Take your kids.
Definitely.
Especially on a Memorial Day, that's something that you can do.
Definitely. Yep.
Next up, speaking of giving yourself to the country, Billy Ray Cyrus, Some Gave All.
Yep.
You've heard that one, I'm
Yep.
guessing. Of course, in 1992, this song took the nation by storm after Achy Breaky Heart.
Yeah.
This is a little more serious one. Of course, the title track, it's one that everybody should be listening to. They even have guest appearances on a re-recorded version that came out in 2011 with Craig Morgan, who's an Army vet. We all know that. He's like one of the most outspoken country artists.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Out there. And Marine Corps Reserve Jamie Johnson as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one. Next up, we got Lee Brice. I don't know if you knew this song was about fallen soldiers. Have you heard the song I Drive Your Truck?
No.
I drive your truck.
I know Lee Brice. I love his music.
So this song came out mid 2000s, and I remember this song. I love this song.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not realize until I got to interview him that this song, I thought it was like driving his brother's truck or something like that, or like just a loved one.
Yeah.
It was about fallen soldiers. It was a salute to a family left behind. So Lee Brice plays the brother of a man killed serving his country. And so he talks about when he drives the truck, he remembers
him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Which I like now listen to it. I was like, oh man,
You're going to get in the feels.
I get my feels about
that
one. I'm like, oh dang. Next up, we got Trace Adkins. You know, he's always got a good one.
Yeah.
He's also probably the second most well, not second, they're up there. Craig Morgan and Trace Adkins, some of the most patriotic. And Keith.
Rest in peace.
Arlington.
Yep.
You know the song Arlington from Trace Adkins.
Yep.
Singing a tribute to the soldiers who now rest in peace, of course, at Arlington National Cemetery.
Yep. Have you ever been there?
I have. Also, I got to see a changing of the guards, which is really cool.
I went there for a funeral, and
that's got to be hard.
Yeah, it was I think that was my first time going there. It was, again, like the quietness and like it's like a sacred, just all those memorials are sacred.
Yeah.
And you just feel it. It's a weird feeling, you know.
And what's weirder is that it's almost an understanding of all people, no matter who you are, where you come from, there's just a quiet. Like you don't have to worry about.
It's just weird how that works.
Kids running around screaming, like everyone
just knows.
Pin drop, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially during a funeral.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Next up, I'm almost done. We got the Chicks. Used to be Dixie Chicks, the Chicks. Traveling Soldier. This was before they got in trouble with everything.
Yeah, of course.
2002 hit. I still love this song to this day.
I probably heard it.
You have. It's an all-time country classic. Traveling Soldier talking about a girl who works in a diner who's a high schooler who meets a guy going
overseas.
Well, he's about to go into boot camp.
Oh, okay.
So he's like
joining the service,
and he goes in this diner waiting to be picked up by the bus.
Yeah.
And sees her and says, "You have a minute? I have nobody here to say goodbye to me. So will you come sit with me on this bench?" And they start talking and then exchanging love letters throughout this whole time.
Yeah.
Until they get to they talk about her being in the band, and they call all the names of those who are missing action or fallen because he was sent overseas. And they call it a name that nobody knows but her. And it was this guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And so it goes on talking about Traveling Soldier, how her heart will never be the same. One of my favorite songs, I think, out there. And of course, I mean, most of these are going to be sad songs, you know. Like, that's just kind of how it happens.
That's maybe a little bit of the point, right? You got to remember them.
I think it is the best point you could have out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then of course I will do one more.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta go back up to it. Where'd it go? My computer's slow.
Oh no.
Hang on. Oh, Tim McGraw, if you're reading this. I'm pretty sure you've heard this one.
I probably heard that one.
If you have not, this is interesting the way that Tim McGraw came up with this. He said after reading an article on war casualties in Afghanistan and Iraq, he and the Warren brothers set out to write a tribute. So it's actually after he was reading.
That's really cool.
He said, if you're reading this, it's performed as if the family is reading the last letter written by a loved one who was killed in the line of duty. McGraw sang the song at the 2007 ACM Awards, and shortly after, radio stations began to add the song to their playlists. Surprisingly, without any initial promotion, The song made its way to the top 5 of the Billboard Country Music Charts.
Wow, that's cool.
So
That's good.
those
That's
are just some
awesome.
of those. We're going to have to listen to those after
Yeah, I
today.
think because we're gonna plan on grilling
Yeah.
for today.
Yeah, maybe
on
we'll
our
listen to
grill,
some of those.
and we'll play it while we're cooking.
Yeah, while we're
Yeah.
crying into the grill.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the fields for sure.
I have to be. But speaking of that, let's get on to
Yes.
some fun stuff.
Yes,
the
on
grilling.
some fun stuff about Memorial
The
Day.
grilling with Memorial Day, which is exciting because you and I got a Blackstone for our wedding.
Yes, and we
Before our wedding. Sorry,
Yeah.
Shaney and Dane. Shout
Yep.
out to them. They got us a
thank
Blackstone.
you guys so much.
You put it together. We never touched it because you were afraid it would blow up, which we'll get into in a
it's
second.
like one of the turn knobs. Like I didn't know if I put it on correctly, but we'll go into it a little
We'll
bit
go
later.
into that.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, we are going to be grilling today. We did get it up and running. So you decided that you have a little grilling article for me.
Yeah. So, shout out to Taste of Country. This is another article from them.
We love you, Evan.
Yes. Shout out. 11 things you should absolutely never do when grilling food.
Ooh, okay. So we're taking note because we do not need to be blowing up the house. Okay, I got my notepad. Here we go.
Okay. So the first one that we have is stop cooking on that dirty black grill. Okay. So the blackish gunk on your grill does
Fair.
nothing to improve the taste of your food. It only adds bitter flavors to your food. Okay, so thecookingworld.com says.
Fair.
So please, guys, please clean that grill. So you don't have any craziness on there.
Especially if you have a Blackstone, we learned it's really easy to clean. So we're checked off on that one.
Yes, I'm surprised because this is my first time ever using it personally.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, look how we cooked Big Mac.
Big Mac quesadillas the other night on it.
We didn't know how it was going to turn out, but it turned out
Delicious.
great, by the
And
way.
then all we needed was the water to just clean it off and you're good to go.
Yeah, it was quick. It was like 20 minutes for
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah.
So we've already checked off one on this list. We're good there.
Yeah, so we're taking care of our grill. So guys, please clean it.
Please clean it.
I don't know why
We don't
you
need
won't.
fires.
Yeah.
We don't need fires. Number 2.
So number 2, stop searing meat because you think it will seal in juices. Okay. So in fact, the surface gets crusty mostly because it has dried out due to high heat, and searing, which needs high heat, causes water to evaporate. I don't know if I read that right, so I apologize. But so stop searing meat because you think it's going to seal in juices. Okay?
It's not going to.
So yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3, I jacked that one up. But stop.
Rebound with this one.
I'm trying, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so stop ignoring the vent on some grills have like a little
yeah.
vent. The little I guess portable ones. You put the coals in there and stuff like that. It has like the
vent up
little
top.
vent on the top. So stop ignoring this vent. The charcoal grills have this vent on their lid, and it actually serves a purpose. This vent can be used to control oxygen and heat flow within the charcoal grill. Okay.
So you're saying it's not just for pretty decoration.
Yeah, it's not just for aesthetics. Depending on what you are cooking in the charcoal grill, you might want the coals to be hotter or cooler. Okay. So a quick adjustment of the vent will help you accomplish this goal.
Interesting.
So fun fact, if you did not know that, for charcoal, the small charcoal grills.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, what's up next?
So stop thinking. All right, stop thinking you can't open your grill. Okay.
What?
So for this,
Do people really think they can't open their grill?
I don't know. I want to open it.
Yo,
I'm like,
there's a handle and go.
obviously it's there for a reason, guys. Okay, so don't be that guy who boasts. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. Okay. So when criticizing a cook, continuously checking the meat on the grill. Okay, so not only would you be an awful dinner guest, but you'll also be wrong. Okay, so according to the All Things Barbecue blog, there was a time when a grill shouldn't be open several times while cooking in order to preserve the cooking temperature, right? So those days are over. Okay, so
We have entered
don't be that guy.
2026.
For the most part, as modern grills have gotten better at recovering lost heat after being open. So guys, please open your grill. Don't burn everything, and don't be
Yeah.
afraid. All the old school stuff is over with for the most part.
Yeah,
With
your
the
family's
modern.
not going to eat the food. It's just going to be a waste. So please check your food.
Yeah, please check it. So stop spraying those flames with water, okay? Like with
Oh
the
my
squirt
gosh.
bottles, you see people just spraying it.
Isn't
you know?
that like common sense? That doesn't help.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't really seen people do it personally, but I don't know if you've seen people spray it with
I've
water.
seen that happen.
Do you know why? Did they ever tell you why or no?
No, I don't think I ever like paid attention enough. I just saw it happen.
Oh, okay. Well, so for this, stop spraying those flames with water. No one wants to admit it, but anyone who has ever worked a grill has suffered a frightening flare-up of flames. If it hasn't happened to you, just know your time is coming.
Great. That's not ominous or anything.
So when it does happen, it is not an opportunity to play junior firefighter with a spray bottle of water. Okay, so
Got it.
something caused those flames, and it was likely fat that dripped from your steak or meat, whatever you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So putting water on the grease on a grease fired is a big no-no.
Yes, because it basically makes it go bigger.
Yep. So why would you think it was okay to put it on your grill? Okay.
Yeah.
So Parade recommends showing the flames with showing the flames with baking soda to quickly and effectively put the fire out. I did not know that.
That I did not know.
Actually,
I was like, well, if you have a fire extinguisher, but
yeah.
I guess I did not know baking soda.
Maybe if you don't want to spray your grill with fire extinguisher,
use the baking
maybe
soda.
throw a little bit of baking soda on there. So,
Interesting. Okay, next.
I did not know. So, fun fact, we learned something today.
Yes, we did.
So stop making perfectly round burgers.
Oh, I like perfectly round burgers.
It looks cool though. But this article says it's meat. Okay,
So?
It's not.
What
meant...
if I want it to be round?
I guess if you really want it to be, I guess, a smash burger, go ahead. Whatever. But it's not meant to look perfect. While your goal may be to have the best looking burger, you might be doing it at the expense of having the best cooked burger.
Look, I need it for the Instagram. Okay, for the reel, for the likes.
For the likes.
Yes, I need the look. I need the perfect. I don't care what it tastes like. If it goes on a picture and it looks good, who cares?
Oh, wow. I'd rather have it taste better, okay?
I'm kidding.
Crazy. But the Grilling Dad says burgers should have an indentation in the middle of the burger when putting it on the grill. This might seem counterintuitive, but it actually helps patties cook more evenly and prevents them from puffing up in the middle. And I've actually had that happen, so I might have to try that.
Okay.
So
I still want my perfectly round one, but whatever.
All right. Tiffany K. Tiffany K's got to have the perfect burger for the likes.
It's
oh, my
all
God.
about the likes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tiffany K. Sorry.
Yeah, you better be.
Hair flip.
Hair flip.
All right,
what
so
we got?
yes. So moving on.
Moving on.
Stop letting your steaks sit at room temperature before grilling. Okay.
Interesting.
You're not running a meat market where you need to put your best cuts on display for your customers. Gordon Ramsay might disagree with that. I've done that. I've actually done that.
If I'm gonna listen to anybody, it's gonna be Gordon Ramsay when it comes to this
I
stuff.
might have to disagree with them on
Especially
this because Gordon Ramsay told us to let it sit. Okay.
And Gordon Ramsay is the creme de la creme.
Yeah, I love Gordon Ramsay, so I might have to disagree here.
Moving on.
Losers.
We ain't even gonna tell you that tip.
So moving on. So stop only flipping your steak one time. So yeah, you spent a lot of on that nice steak. You spent a lot of money on it, but you don't have to treat it like a shiny new sports car. Get in there and flip that steak and then flip it again. So not only is it okay to open your grill multiple times while cooking a steak, but you can also flip the meat over more than once.
I think Gordon Ramsay would disagree with that as well.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know his opinion on the
I'm
flipping
gonna say
steak.
he'd disagree with it, so I think we should.
Yeah. So should we move on?
Moving on,
losers. Okay. So stop putting the sauce on too early. Okay. So you might feel the urge to slather on sauce before you start cooking. Stop it. There is an easy way to keep your sauced up meat from being a burnt mess. Adding your sauce about 10 or so minutes before the meat is done cooking will help prevent scorching.
Yeah, I could see that. You just made it sound like we're going to a bathtub, though. Lather and slather it on there. Grab
it's
your
getting intense.
Grab your loofah. Make sure it bubbles up a little bit.
It's getting intense over here. Okay.
Apparently.
We got this is.
We're almost at the end of our grilling.
This is not a game. Okay. I will not read them all.
Okay.
So I'll read the main point. Okay.
Okay.
Stop cooking on wood skewers that aren't soaked.
Well, duh, they go on fire.
It burns.
Yeah.
Okay, so stop making giant flames. Stop trying to burn down your neighborhood, guys. No one should have to tell you this, but you're not a hibachi chef.
Nope.
Yeah, please leave it to the professionals, guys. Okay? All right, so I think that was the last one I have.
Well, did you take note of all of those? Because now that you're becoming the grill master in our house, since we got that Blackstone.
I did pretty good.
You did. I will say, the first day we had your mom come over.
Yep. And her boyfriend. Yep.
And he ended up turning it on and everything, connecting it so that because you were scared when you put it together.
I was nervous.
You assembled it, and the one
I've never done it before.
You thought you put on backwards, and you thought if we turned it on, it was going to blow up the house. Which I didn't think was an actual possibility, but okay. And then he came over.
Yep.
And when he went to turn it, first we got the propane tank, you got it hooked up, and then when he went to turn it on, the button didn't work because we didn't know there was supposed to be a battery.
Yeah, the igniter.
The starter. So then we had to find
a
battery. And then as soon as he pressed it on and started to turn it, you waited inside.
I waited a few steps back. I was outside.
In the door. No, you were inside.
I was ready to close the door on you guys.
I know. You were going to leave me, your mom, and him out there.
Hey, this is why.
Survival of the fittest.
Hey, sometimes you got to be prepared.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay. So then we did it by ourselves on Saturday or Sunday. Saturday.
Yep.
And you were still scared because I turned it on that time. So today we're going to move up to you turning it on this time.
Yeah.
I think we need
to
move
that
up.
One step at a time, right?
One step at a time.
One step at a time.
Just so everybody knows, our house is fine. We didn't blow anything up.
Yeah.
Stay away from those tips that we were just given. And if you have any Blackstone recipes, ideas to give us.
Or cooking tips.
We would love to have them. You can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen and follow us.
Yep.
We'd love to hear from you.
That'd be awesome.
And with that, I think we're going to wrap it up here. So we hope that you have a wonderful Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend. Of course, again, thank you to all of those who serve our country.
Yes.
For the families and friends who have lost ones. We are praying for you. We keep those in our hearts and our minds for those fallen soldiers. And thank you to them for everything that they gave for us, the ultimate sacrifice. And I know you like to end this with our Bible verse of the day.
Yeah, so we have Psalms 23:3. He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honor to his name. So, guys, remember, if you are alone or anything like that, just know that we love you guys and we appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully we made your Memorial Day a little bit better. And I just want to, Tiffany and I just want to say we love you. Mm-hmm. Keep on keeping on and keep getting after it.
Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.